My name's Chris Tanner, and I'm from Duarte, California. When I was 15, me and my friend David, we used to hang out in front of the high school, in front of Duarte High, and we'd sit on the wall there and smoke joints. And at night, we would hang out in his trailer that was parked in the driveway in front of his mom's garage. And we'd just sit around and smoke a bunch of weed and drink Colt 45 and look at Playboys and tell each other our dreams. So we had to get somebody to buy our beer for us, so we would go to the 7-Eleven. And one evening, while I was standing waiting for somebody to come by to ask if they could buy me Colt 45, I'm just standing there by the phone booth, and this guy comes up. And I go to turn to him and I say, "Could you buy us some Colt 45? And he turned around and he looked into my eyes, and he had these big, beautiful, blue, sparkly eyes. And then he looked exactly like Robert Redford with the hair coming down. And he said, yeah, I'll get you the Colt 45. You just meet me back by the dumpster behind the 7-Eleven. I'll be in a light blue VW Bug." So my mind started to explode. And I said to David, David, why don't you just take the Colt 45 back to the trailer? I'm going to call Mom from the phone booth and tell her that we're going to study extra late. And he said, okay. But I could see he was kind of looked at me weird, but he went off. And then I made my way around the 7-Eleven and into the back. And the guy opens the door, Robert Redford opens the door, with his hand like that, and kind of grabs me and takes me into his car. And then he takes me in his arms. And then we start movie star kissing, like just all the way. And I'd never done that. I never movie star kissed with a man. And we're making out heavy, and then he starts to take my clothes off. And so I let him, and so he starts, so I start to take his clothes off. And so he starts to suck my dick. And then I start to suck his dick. So he starts to, have oral sex with me in the behind. So I do the same thing with him. And then he fucks me. And so then I fuck him. And he's a complete gentleman. And we have a beautiful rocking time with that, bug jumping up and down by the trash cans and behind the 7-Eleven. And so then, about 6 months later, I'm sitting on the toilet and I get this pain in my ass, and I go, "Hey Mom, can you come here?" And so Mom comes in and she takes a look at my asshole and she's, "Oh honey, you got hemorrhoids." She goes, "You got to go to Dr. Kennedy in Pasadena." So I go to Dr. Kennedy in Pasadena. He says, "Okay boy, take your pants off and put your feet in the stirrups." And so I do. And he goes down and he looks around, and then he comes back up. He stands up and he says, "I should call the police right now to have you arrested because you are a criminal, because you had a penis in your rectum and now you have anal warts. I should call the police right now and have you arrested, and then I should call your parents in here and tell them the whole story, and you better get down on your knees and pray to Jesus in heaven above that he doesn't make you burn forever in hell's fires for being such a horrible person that you are." And I said, "Oh, please, Dr. Kennedy, don't tell my parents. Please don't call the police. Please don't have them arrested. Please, I'll pray to Jesus." And then I had the operation. Everybody talked over and over about the hemorrhoidectomy this and hemorrhoidectomy that. But there was no hemorrhoidectomy. It was warts. It was anal warts. This whole sort of shame and denial on what my actual operation was created a, sort of shame, a body shame. All the shame around that and the denial about that caused me lots of pain. And there were layers of psychological horror and abuse that stayed with me and made me sort of forced to become a top, which I'm very happy to be, but it was forced on me because I was filled with shame and guilt. This doctor really messed me up. So I went to my high school counselor, and he was really handsome, and I felt really comfortable with him. And I said, Sev, I want to be a good homosexual. And I want to be the best homosexual I can be. And I feel like I can't be because I don't want to get fucked. And he said, Chris, you are a good homosexual. And you should always remember that there are many people in this world who just want to get fucked. Him just saying that to me relaxed me in such a way. It gave me ease and hope, and I don't know, something about him really saved me, and I felt like a good homosexual. Now, I totally feel comfortable. I don't feel like, there's I still have shame. I feel pretty comfortable in my own gay body now. So, but it's constant challenge to try to win over shame and guilt. It's very important to have somebody with you in important doctor's appointments to advocate. So always, I guess after that, I've always, gone with a person, somebody close, or I've always had somebody come with me, because I don't want to, I would never want that to happen in